Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign, so check them out for all three so that you find out which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, you have... If you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves ya. And if you're new to my channel and you want some of that Rafi love, hit the subscribe button. All right, for your actions, your key to the week this week, you have the Empress. Just look at her. Isn't she gorgeous, right? I love this deck. It's called the Fluellen deck for anybody that would like to know. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favorites, one of my all-time favorite decks, I have to say. Now for... oh gosh, come on brain. For as a key to the week, in all of these different areas of life that we're about to explore for you, the Empress is telling you to find or take the easy route, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, you hear like people say like, oh, they took the easy way. Like, okay, did you know that the human mind and brain and survival instincts are designed to make things easy for us so that we survive? And don't get me wrong, like, I'm not going to say like sleep your way to the top or whatever. Hey, listen, no judgment. You do you, honey. And if you're out here and you're getting your life, get your life. Jokes aside, if you are, you know, the Empress is a lady. Right, she likes it easy. She doesn't do drama. She likes good things, nice things, things that look good. But Taurus energy, Libra energy does not like drama. And the Empress is Venus. She's a lady. So in all of these different areas of your life, you're being asked to look for the easiest or the smoothest route to take. All right, for your for your actions and options this week, you've got the Fool card, right? I love this because it means that you are giving birth to new ideas. Potentially some of you could literally be getting pregnant. If you don't want that experience, handle your business, okay? When it comes to the options that are available to you, fresh starts. New artistic and creative endeavors are possible for you at this time. New ideas that come through that can be very fruitful. New connections, especially new connections with other women or potentially even gay men. Whatever way that, you know, shape or form that kind of takes. Now, with that, the options that are available to you with the Fool card, you're being encouraged to take a risk, right? A calculated risk. And with the Empress card, take the easiest route for that. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. I love that, right? The Wheel of Fortune with the Fool card is such an auspicious combination because it means that whatever you perceive to be a little bit of a gamble, it's kind of like you find that beginner's luck and you have that buoyancy that kind of pushes you at your, you know, it's like the wind is at your back. It's helping you move sort of easily and swiftly. Now, when it comes to your community, those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, the Wheel of Fortune suggests that luck is with you. With the Fool card here and the Empress, connections forged now with women, with people, you know, that have feminine energy or trying to help you get ahead, they are possible here. So look, right, you've got effectively, I know we said no astrology, but you've got the Venus energy. Venus is known as the lesser benefic. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is Jupiter. So you have both of the benefic energies here in your communications and your key. Looking for the easy way. The easy way in terms of your studies, your work, your profession, even your communications is going to reveal itself this week. And my advice to you would be, where things reveal themselves to be profoundly simple, don't try to overcomplicate it, right? I've been guilty of this so much in my life where it's like, well, that answer seems way too easy, so I'm going to ignore that and find the hard way because I'm hard-headed. You're a Gemini. You tend to be a bit more sort of malleable and mutable than I am. Basically my chart is all cardinal or all fixed, so I am hard-headed as shit. Right? I just own it. Right? There's no. But what else am I going to do? When it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be not even a blessing in disguise. It's just a blessing, right? You've got the Fool card, you've got the Empress. This is new opportunities to showcase your talents and skills that show up in the workplace, very much by surprise and to your absolute delight. You have ways that you can shine here, and I think it's going to be great for you. If you're a business owner, you are gravitating and collecting women, new connections, new insights, new practical sort of considerations are coming in for you as well. And that with that Wheel of Fortune, you might find that a project or something that you're working on with your business does way better than you expect. So loving this for you. When it comes to your those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is your message to book that trip. All right. For your love and relations, you've got the Devil card. So you do need to watch out here. If you are single and you're newly dating someone, this person could, in the best, or no. Well, yeah, actually, I had to think about this one. This person could bring out the best and the worst in you, right? So, you know, the type of person that sort of activates some of the stuff in you that is not necessarily good for you. You know, maybe they have you up until, you know, ridiculous o'clock. I remember kind of talking to someone, this was many years ago now, and they lived like half the way the world away, right? And so it was a really lovely connection, but I'm up until like 2-3 in the morning. I've got to be up at work to go to work at 7 o'clock. That's not helping me, right? There's something about this connection that might be activating something in your life that isn't necessarily good for you. It might feel like the sweetest taboo, right? It might feel like the sweetest pain. I mean, to be completely honest with you as well, for those of you that are partnered or married or in long-term commitments, it looks like you're trying some new things, darling. And listen, you better get out here and get your life, okay? It looks like you are enjoying your time. So that's something to be, you know, sort of, that's really cool, right? You're having new sexual experiences. You're having, you know, for those of you that are partnered or single, one thing that I will say to you do need to watch out for though, is this combination. If your partner is prone to gambling, or you know that they have a little bit of a gambling problem, this week, step in. Right? Don't hold back. This is not one of those weeks to be like, oh, you know, I'm sure they'll get it under control eventually. This suggests that one of their bets or their ideas of something that they might want to bet is about to go too far. Squash it now before it becomes a problem. For your money and materials, you've got the Hanged Man card. There's something that you're not seeing around finances for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, and I would watch out for it. Now, these two cards are linked in a few ways, but what I will say is you've got a financial, or you've got an idea, a creative or artistic idea that could actually be very fruitful or very financially viable for you moving ahead. However, it's not ready yet, all right? I just got to say, like, this is one of those times where the cake needs to go back in the oven because it ain't fully cooked at this point, all right? And by doing that, I actually think you set yourself up for more success rather than a delay. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this card coupled with the Empress card, this is like the hormones of the body. This is, obviously I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, this is not a diagnosis, but the hormones of your body might be a little bit unsettled at this moment in time, so maybe have a look at that if you've been feeling out of sorts. And I will say, because it is the Empress and the Hanged Man, this is likely to be to do with something that you're ingesting, right? So to give you a really quick insight that I'm just going to bore the crap out of most of you, that none of you really want to know, but to give you an example that is sort of real world. And the reason I share this stuff, guys, is not because I like to talk about myself, it's because I like to give real world examples from experience, not stuff that I've got from other people's experiences, because that means nothing to me, right? So what I can tell you is, I used to take magnesium citrate for a while, and because my magnesium levels were so low, it did wonders for me, but then eventually it stopped me being able to sleep, right? Because that's what the reason that I was taking it. I then switched to magnesium citrate, glycinate should I say, and that really helped. Like I've had better sleep in this last sort of 3 months than I've had in my life, like, well, certainly that I can remember. And that's been fantastic. And then just yesterday or the day before, I woke up at night again, and what that tells me is I've done it, right? I've got my magnesium levels to where they need to be for optimal sleep, and I don't need to keep taking that supplement anymore. This is something along those lines. If you're taking a supplement, obviously I'm not a doctor, don't let this replace any of your medical stuff, but if you're taking a supplement of some sort and you find this week maybe you're waking up or you're a bit sluggish or you feel a bit like, oh, this isn't having the same effect, it might be because you're now having too much of it. All right. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, the Hanged Man is asking you, especially with the Empress, to bring the beauty back into the home, whether this is with freshly cut flowers, whether this is looking after the garden. It's now spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. So get out into your garden and start making that beautiful and ready for all of the wondrous stuff that's going to come in, right? And if you haven't got a garden, even if you've got a balcony, how can you beautify that? Bring that into your world now. With that said, if you would like to book your personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Take care, and I'll see you soon.